Hey, what is up everybody? In today's video, I got myself here a PlayStation 4 Slim. A, a PlayStation 4 Slim 1 TB model that I found at a thrift store. Now, for those of you who live in Canada, you may recognize it. You may recognize the logo here, or the store, I should say, Value Village. It's basically the Canadian equivalent of Savers. So $79.99 Canadian is about 60 US dollars, more or less, which was very much the price of a AAA game throughout the 7th and a good chunk of the 8th generation as well. Well, at least in America anyways. If you live in Canada, it was always $79.99 for much of the PS4 generation. So for the price of a single like AAA game in the PS4 generation, I got the console itself, which is pretty, I gotta say, pretty good deal, relatively speaking. $79.99, 13 almost 13 full years into the console's life cycle is still, in my opinion, a bit expensive. I got myself a PS2 for like 25 bucks back in like 2011, which was 11 years. So, but of course, this is a much different time than 2011. You know, RAM prices are going up. Just electronics in general, I should say. So like even if this PS4 doesn't work, I still have the 1 TB drive inside that I can maybe try to salvage, because hard drives like SATA drives, especially like 1 TB drives, they're still like relatively the same price they were about a decade ago, like about $80, which happens to be the same price as the console itself. But yeah, I actually saw this like just sitting there for the last at least several days or so. I finally decided to test it out. I found a figure 8 cable, plugged it in. It turns on, the disc spins, so there's that. But I haven't actually been able to connect it to a TV. I actually still need to clean this because this was clearly a bit on the dusty side of things. But yeah, this is the. If we take a look on the back here, we can see we have a bunch of ports here. Yeah, so we have, of course, the power plug here. We've got, I'm not sure what that is, the AUX. We have the HDMI, and then, of course, we have the LAN port. Of course, we have this thing right here, warranty void if sealed removed. And then, of course, we actually have the model, which is CUH2115B, which, according to Wikipedia, is a bit lighter than the model that came out initially back in 2016 when the PS4 Slim was first made available. Of course, we have the hard drive slot over here. Now, if we take a look at the slot over here, we can actually pry it open and let's see here. Okay, there we go. That's the hard drive slot. So we have a screw here that I can remove. So after which I can then pull out the hard drive, which is over here, which has a handle, which is nice. I know there is like a safe eject as well for like if your disc gets stuck, but I'm not sure what that would be. There's also, I think some PS4 models also have manufacturing dates as well, but unfortunately I can't seem to find it anywhere here. A bit unfortunate, but it's definitely past like 2016 for sure. But anyways, yeah, let's actually, I'm going to clean this up and come back, and then we'll plug it in. All right, so I've just cleaned the PS4 Slim. It's not completely perfect. I'm sure the insides are pretty disgustingly dusty, but aside from that, it's mostly like a lot more cleaner, or looks nicer to look at. It's got some scratches here, but really though that's negligible. As long as the system works, that's fine. I don't know what this is. Join the Resistance. I'm not sure what the logo is from. Is it the Resistance franchise? Because I honestly don't know. But yeah. Anyways, let's actually plug it in now. I forgot to mention I actually bought the figure 8 cable for like $2.99 as well. So yeah, it's actually brings the total up to around $83 plus tax, brings it up, which is about $93. So I paid $93 Canadian for this, so almost $100 But yeah, well, let's actually plug this thing in and see if it works. All right, moment of truth. Okay, it's good so far. Okay, it's certainly taking its time. Hopefully this is, but at least it boots up. That's good. I mean, maybe the hard drive might be corrupted, but I'm sure nothing, booting it, I'm sure like one good boot into safe mode will help. Okay, now I gotta, oh, the PS4 automatically turned off due to power saving settings. Okay. All right, now I gotta plug in a controller. Of course, I do have to plug it in directly, so there's that. Okay, so I got the PS4 controller here. It took me a bit of time to connect it because, as it turns out, you have to like you may have to like, in my case, I hard resetted it by pushing a pin through the back here, and yeah, and then I had to turn the PS4 off and then turn it back on. So yeah, it is connected now, but now I'm kind of running into some other issues right now. So if I press the button here, it should turn on, but okay, guys, so just as I got the PS4 controller to connect, I got a message on screen telling me that my PS4 was too hot, and then it automatically shut off. So that indicates to me that there's a cooling issue. Now, I'm not exactly sure what kind of cooling issue. It could just be the fan just being really really clogged full of dust, or it could actually be a serious issue with the hardware itself, like the thermal paste. If it is a thermal paste issue, unfortunately, I will have to go to a repair store, which is going to cost me a bit of money. But for now, I'm actually just going to take off the lid. It's actually really easy to do. Like, you don't have to take any screws off. You just got to pry it off. Go from one end to the other and then just slide it back. And yeah, here he is. And ooh, yeah, that is a lot of dust. Yeah. Unfortunately, now usually this is the part where you're supposed to get like a can of like compressed air or something to remove it, but unfortunately for me, I don't have that, so I'm gonna have to like clean this manually, which is gonna be a bit tougher to do. I really don't want to have to remove the screws on this because I do not want to like potentially damage it. But yeah, I'm gonna quickly do that. Okay, so the PS4 is back on, although that fan certainly does not sound quite right. But anyways, the PS4 is back on, so before it potentially turns back off, let's see what's on it. Okay, so there's actually like 4 users on here. I don't want, now they're actually using like real people's pictures, so I don't want to like accidentally what's the word, have their identities be compromised. So I'm not going to show their picture. Instead, I'm just going to log in and see what happens. Okay, so this person was playing Fortnite. Oh, okay, that was like at least a season or 2 ago. GTA 5. Oh yeah, Fall Guys and NBA 2K21. Let's see what else we got here in the library. Okay, interesting. So Modern Warfare, Madden, NHL, Rocket League. Okay. What else we have? So let me see. Let's see the purchases. Okay, not much. Let's see how much space is on here. Okay, so it is a 1 terabyte drive. Okay, sounds about right. Let's see what else we have here. Fortnite, GTA, Netflix, Madden, YouTube, Disney Plus, Fall Guys, NBA, NHL, Twitch, Crave, Modern Warfare, Rocket League, and yeah. Okay, that's profile number 1. Let's see if there's anything else in the other profiles. Okay, so the second user had a pin that you had to enter. So this is the third profile, and yeah, it's really just the same games that that were present before. Nothing different. Okay, so I don't know what exactly is going on. It must be some sort of security lock, but whenever I went into the other three profiles, I could not press the X button at all. Well, sorry, the other two profiles that I could get into. Like I can push basically every button, but not the X button. It's really the main account that I can the first account that I can do stuff in it. Like if I press X here, like I'll be able to start, and do something, but aside from that, I can't do anything else. So, okay, I don't know what's going on here. Like, is this a digital license? Oh, okay, looks like it's a digital license. That's interesting. I did not know that. Okay, that's nice. Of course, I gotta connect this to the internet at some point, so I'm probably gonna lose the license to be able to play this, unless I create like a separate profile. So yeah, let's see. Let's see if yeah. Oh, actually, not Fortnite. GTA, is that actually able to start? That'd be actually interesting, because I know some games well, sorry, the PlayStation 4 is a little weird in the fact that digital licenses are treated differently than physical licenses. So like if you bought a physical copy of a game and then bought the digital version later, you actually have to go and download the digital version, which kind of sucks, because Xbox does not have this issue. If you have a physical copy and then pick up a digital copy later, you don't have to re-download anything. The game, you can just start up the game without the disc. Yeah, it looks like the previous owner had a handful of no, I don't want to sign in. Yeah, let's see how far this guy made it into the game. But yeah, like I said before, digital licenses on PS4 are treated differently than physical licenses, so it's like you have to re-download the entire game, which really blows. Especially if it's like 100 GB game, that sucks. Like you're wasting time for nothing when the game data is already on there. Now, in regards to GTA 5, well, yeah, this is a nearly yeah, this game is turning 13 years old this year, and we're supposed to be getting GTA 6 at the end of the year. A lot of people are obviously really looking forward to that, but chances are it might get delayed again. It's very much possible. You know, it's one of those games that's just too big to fail, I guess, where basically it's like there's so much intense excitement for it that it's gonna sell millions from the get-go, regardless of its quality. That said, I certainly do not want it being another Cyberpunk 2077 situation where it came out horribly and then later on it ended up better. That's not a very good thing that should ever be happening at all. Like if I buy a toaster, that toaster should work from day one. I shouldn't need like a fucking patch for it to work, and so on and so forth. Oh, okay, something's not going. Okay, clearly the game's having issues. Console's having issues. Sorry. Okay, clearly GTA's got issues. That's not a good. That is not a good thing. Okay, looks like I won't be able to play it after all. Alright, you know what? I have one last game to test out. Modern Warfare 2019. Now, I know I might need to... Obviously, this very much does require internet, but I wonder if I can at the very least play the offline portion. I actually have a disc copy here already, so like even if this doesn't start up, I can always pop in the disc and see what happens. I still need to pop in a disc anyways, regardless, so we'll see. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like I have any games that could very easily install very quickly, so this is going to take a bit of time. Okay, reading hard drive. Accept. Continue. Come on. Okay, I don't want to bother with this. Oops. Oh. Go offline. Let's see here. Campaign. You are missing content. Okay, that sucks. Let's see. Can I? You're missing this. Of course, I'm missing something. Okay, that kind of sucks, but all right. Well, at least the game boots up. That's good. What I will be trying out now is whether or not I can install any physical games on this. So I have a copy here of Journey Collector's Edition. So let's pop that in and see if it installs. Now this is a European copy, but thankfully the PS4 is region free, so it should still work. Okay, let's see. Okay, it's loading. The disk is loading, and there we go. It's installing now. Oh, preparing. That's good. Oh wow, wow. That did not take any time at all. That is impressive. Okay, so here we are at the game. All right. Okay, I can tilt the controller. All right, there we go. So the game's working just fine. It's online play disabled. Okay, that's fine. Whatever. But yeah, the game. Here's the PS4 game running off the disc. Well, installed from the disc, and it's working. Now, I don't know, I'm not sure if that overheating issue is completely fixed, but yeah, I got myself a PS4 Slim here. It works so far, and yeah, it's looking good. But yeah, that pretty much does it for this video, guys. If you stuck around, as always, if you like what I do, as always, like, comment, and subscribe. And as for this PS4 Slim, I'm going to be doing some more work on it, and hopefully I'll leave an update in the comment section of this video. But that's pretty much it that's all for now. $90, $93 for a PS4, not too bad. PS4 Slim, I should say, a 1 terabyte PS4 Slim, pretty good deal, relatively speaking. But yeah, that's all for today. I will see you next time. Good night.